The boss can't show any vulnerabilities at all.
Communicating even when you don't have answers.
We have check-ins, and these check-ins can be, hey, Jess, what's going on with you? And we have a section on work. So I think that helps. Simply just put it in the agenda, because otherwise we'll forget. When we do focus on that personal, whatever that the struggles are, then the work becomes, it's kind of like you're clearing the barriers or whatever, right? And then and it translates to better work productivity.
As entrepreneurs, we have the worst case of imposter syndrome. Right? We are constantly, saying like, "Oh my God, like I have no business doing what I'm doing right now. Like, how did I find myself in this situation?" At the basic level, trying to keep it inside and balled up means we're not able to deal with it, right? So the first step is actually, how do I bring it up? And so who are the people that I can actually talk and express it to? Because the more I do it, the more I have to make sense out of it. And so the simple act of trying to describe it to someone can be very powerful. And so of course, in a work context, maybe then if your boss, and certainly if you've got a performance review coming up, may not be the first person you want to bring it up to. Because you know what, the more you do it, you actually get better. Because the first time you're going to do it, you're not going to make any sense at all. Speaking from first experience, right? And I need to explain my situation to 5, 6, 7 people before I can achieve clarity. Right? And so whether they're more friendlier colleagues at work or friends outside of work in similar industries, that you say, can you just help me understand what I'm struggling? And the fact that you're explaining it allows you to make sense of it. Now, that then gets you ready for the conversation with your boss, right? And again, I come back to my first point, which is how then do I package my struggles in the context of the boss's or the company's big objectives, right? And so you want to position as, help me to help you or the company achieve the goals, rather than just saying, I've got problems.
Yeah, it's interesting the way you're reframing it is, I'm a part of the machine. The machine needs me, and so therefore I matter. So how do I put how I matter into a language that fits this?
Exactly.
And so you are part of the ecosystem.
So here's the secret, right? Bosses actually, one of the most difficult things to do is to simply replace someone. Because the act of replacing someone means I've got to go find someone else. I've got to train them. They need time to get up to speed. That cost of time is massive. So actually, for a lot of people, if you've been around for more than a year, you're valuable, right? It's not easy for an organization to simply replace you just because you've got problems or you're struggling. So acknowledge that you have value and use that as a source of strength to bring up the challenges that you then package as a way of, I need help to solve this so that I can be even better at contributing to what the company wants to do.
When I share my experiences with someone, with a friend or a colleague, I feel that I'm not alone as an entrepreneur. The boss can't show any vulnerabilities at all. During the COVID, the MCO, we weren't allowed to operate. My staff was like, we understand that we need to survive this and all that. And at that moment, of that critical moment of adversity, we have to show leadership.
Most importantly, this experience has taught me the importance of communicating even when you don't have answers. Even when you don't have clarity, even when you don't have certainty, just connect and communicate. And lastly, this is why I'm a big believer that you need to have co-founders. You need to lead as a team.
Spread the load.
Spread the load because, it is way too much for one set of shoulders.